So let's just go live.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Patriot Brothers. I'm your host and brother Zachary Smouse, and with me, we have our Patriot brother Duke Boynton. I just want to start off by saying that no matter what you do, where you go or anything, you have morals and beliefs that align with the man upstairs, and he'll protect us from this evil.
Amen, Zach. That's 100% spot on. No matter what happens in this life, our life is in God's hands. And I love it, Zach. Absolutely love it. And so, we're talking about a pod today. And the question is, can we trust Joe Biden's mentality? I don't recognize him as a president. I don't, and I will not. But we have to recognize the things he's done. I've taken a couple notes here. And so Joe Biden came out, and you guys can look it up on Newsmax or wherever else, even on Google. Joe Biden said masks are better than the vaccine. What do you think about that? The masks? These masks are better than the vaccine. It's just so weird to hear that, right? Because the vaccine kills the virus. But yeah, the vaccine isn't important, just masks. Just mind blown. Sorry. This is really, really bizarre, right? And what do we say? We knew Joe Biden had a screw loose in his head. And I say that kind of jokingly, but I really think this man is facing dementia. I want to see who's telling him to say all these things. It's ridiculous.
I really believe it's Harris calling the shots for the evil.
You call it Harris. I call it the Obamas and Clintons. It goes deeper than that, I believe. Probably all the way to Jeffrey Epstein's plane. And Zach, that's pretty much spot on. Kind of disagree. Harris couldn't get a delegate vote in the Democratic National Convention worth the life of it. She couldn't even get brought on board to be elected president, right? And so what we have to do as patriots, and in my full frontal opinion, and anybody else that wants to disagree could disagree, is we have to call out these Democrats for what they're doing. And so Joe Biden, Uncle Joe, the same terminology that Truman called Joseph Stalin, Uncle Joe. So I'm going to call him Uncle Joe. Ordered the release of 14,000 illegals today, of which 71% were criminals. I'm at a loss for words. This is Donald Trump protected us from that shit. And now we're getting Joe Biden coming out releasing 14,000 illegals, of 71% were criminals. Yet Donald Trump was the bad man. I don't see how I don't see it. I refuse to see it because Donald Trump had America interests in mind. And now here we are with Uncle Joe releasing criminals in the United States. Oh, man. What do you think, Zach?
I really think we are heading into dark times.
Yes, we are. Actually, now that you said dark times, I've made notes about dark times, Zach, and I'm going to bring them up. The reason why I want to bring up these dark times is that it didn't start under Barack Obama. It didn't start under George Bush or his dad. And I'm going to give a quote to all the Democrats that out here watching our pod. And if you are a Democrat watching this pod, I want you to listen to this quote and I want you to look it up. This is a true quote from Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson was a known Democrat. And he was a known Democrat from 1963 to 1969. He was a one-term president. But the one thing that Lyndon B. Johnson said is I'll have these N-words voting Democrat for 200 years. Okay? And that's a Democrat saying that. I'll have these N-words voting Democrat for 200 years. And yet we're being called now the racists. We're the ones, and I say we are the folks that uplift people. We are the folks that want to see people not only survive, but have a good household, have everything they want. But yet a Democrat by the name of Lyndon B. Johnson said, we'll have these N-words voting for the next 200 years. If you're black, and I said before, the hyphen, you're not black, you're American. But if you're African American, if you're American of African descent, how on earth can you vote for Democrats after knowing a Democrat by the name of Lyndon B. Johnson said, we'll have these N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. And there's plenty of proof out there of other people in the Congress that has heard Joe Biden say the N-word religiously in Congress. Yet we're the racists. Zach, you and me, we'll go out to anybody of color, it doesn't matter, and we'll give them a hug. We don't care about their political or religious affiliation. We'll give them a hug. Why? Because we love people. But these Democrats, all they can think about is, we'll get these N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. Sad.
Like I said on a pod, all lives matter.
That's right. All lives matter. And but Zach, you and me, you and I, we're getting thrown into that classification of being a domestic terrorist. But that liberal media, I want everybody to go watch Rand Paul's rant against George Stephanopoulos on Sunday. The liberal media lies. They lie, and they get away with it, and nobody calls them out. Well, I'm going to call them out right now. because we want every American to succeed. We want every American to be great. And it's the liberal media that makes everything that we're about, the Patriot Party, the everything that we're about, evil, and we need to be hunted down like dogs, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop. That's right. Stop. And Jaden's coming in. Jaden, can't wait to get you on the pod again. Didn't buy and take away millions of jobs from the African American community. Well, not just the African American community, Jaden. It was the community in whole. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go back to when Terry was on the pod with us the other day, talking about the Keystone Pipeline. The Canadians lost a lot of jobs, but now I understand the Ute Indians, the Utes of that region, now have a full blown, gorgeous lawsuit against Joe Biden. Why? The Utes that own land here in America, the reservation of the Utes, they were actually employing their own Native American Indian folks to make that Keystone Pipeline happen. And nobody understands that not only was Canadians and Americans, but now the Indians on the reservations got cut off as well. And so the Utes are bringing about a huge, huge lawsuit against Joe Biden. And they're going to have to go, Joe Biden will have to go to the reservation to face that tribunal in the Ute reservation. They can't do it on federal land. And so the Utes got, God bless them, man. And the Canadians the same way. They're bringing a lawsuit against Joe Biden. So they're going to have to go up to Canada to fight that. And that whole Keystone Pipeline thing, bad news on Joe Biden. Go ahead, Zach.
The pipeline helps with vegetation as.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Zach. I mean, it helps with a lot of stuff. That pipeline wasn't just for, keeping our gas prices down, although it does, but it helped the Canadians out as well. And so, there's so many bad things that happen with that pipeline. And we just gotta, I don't know, everybody just needs to kind of suck it up right now and just wait. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think, Zach? And again, for anybody that out there that doesn't know, Zach has cerebral palsy, so he can't talk like I can, but he types better than I can. So y'all just kind of keep an eye on what he has to say. That's the one thing that Zach does. He has a huge heart for everything that is American. And Zach, keep typing. Keep typing. I'm talking you up, brother. And just want you guys to know that what he types is what we have to listen to.
I'm sorry for the delay. My app was messing up.
Oh, sure. Excuses. That's okay, Zach. We got our pod here in. We got quite a few points in, and we could go ahead and call it a good night. I just want to tell you how much I love you, brother. Everybody that's tuning in and watching. Again, every single pod that we do, and Jaden's coming in. Biden isn't doing a very good job. I'm very upset about what he is doing. He is a horrible, horrible person. Nobody's gonna disagree with you here right yet. There's gonna Jaden again. You did a great job on the pod the other night. But I'm gonna put out this. If you watch our pod, we want you to come in our pod and we want you to talk. We want you to put in your full thought of however you think. Just keep it civil. That's all we ask. And with Zach, my brother, before you start typing, I'm going to give you a huge shout out. For your disability that you have. I just absolutely find it amazing how well you have put together all of our pods that we do. And yeah, that's right. Brother through and through. And if anybody that watches this, you can go back and watch the previous pods as well. You'll understand that Zach, even though it doesn't take him a lot to type, he types faster than I do. You'll understand why. We sometimes we're silent, sometimes we don't say a lot. And I want to shut up and I want to hear Zach because Zach made me a believer in him eons ago. Yeah. Here's Jaden coming in. Zach is great. He's doing an amazing job with the pods and just in general. I wouldn't be able to speak my mind if it wasn't for Zach setting all this amazing stuff up for us people who need our voices to be heard. I agree, Jaden. Trust me, I know. I have been on board with the Zachary train for a long, long time. And while he's typing, I'm going to tell you guys now, I'll get my pops on soon. I know I told you all that my daddy-o would come on pretty soon. Zach, keep typing. Uh, he just, he's a boomer, so he goes to bed early. But we'll get him on soon because I guarantee you, every single one of you will love and or hate everything he says. And so I can't wait to get him, on when he could get on.
I just want to get information out there that the media won't cover. I'm tired of the negativity and hatefulness of the evil is doing with us.
Zach, I agree. I 100% agree, buddy. We're being silenced by that freaking liberal media, evil, demonic machine. And we don't have to be silenced. We don't have to be silenced. And that'll be for another pod, buddy. But unless you have anything else to say, we'll go ahead and call it a wrap. We'll call it early tonight. Man, I appreciate everything that you do, Zach. You're that's right. Like, share, subscribe. I always do it backwards. Everybody laughs at me. Like, share, and subscribe. Get the word out. Everybody here will have a voice. Talk to Zach. He'll get you on. God bless America. God bless Trump. I'm going to be on that Trump train forever. And God bless Zach. We love you, buddy. All righty. Well, unless you have anything else to say. All righty, my friend. I love you, man. I know you do. Till the next time, bros and sisters. We'll see you later.